So we're back on the road again, and this time I'm driving from Wellington to Taupo. So I want to talk a little bit about myself. I love cars, hence why this channel is called Andy Likes Cars. My love of cars started when I was 5 years old, and it's been with me ever since. I was lucky enough to have parents that took me to car shows around the Auckland and Hamilton regions, and that really sparked an interest of me as I grew to love them. When I started this channel, I was studying film and television, which is why, if you look back over my past videos, I filmed with Ferraris and Mercedes and made a couple of adverts. I always wanted to make a car show. I grew up watching Top Gear, and for the rest of the world, you're probably thinking, well, so did we. Well, we're a little bit different because I started to watch Top Gear before it was popular and before it was in the new format that it is now. Back in the mid-1990s, the only way to watch Top Gear in New Zealand was by recording it off a BBC World Service, which was only broadcast after about midnight. And my father found out about this TV show called Top Gear when it used to have Tiff Needell and Quentin Wilson and Jeremy Clarkson and Vicky Butler-Henderson on it. And so he would set the VCR and record the show, and that's how I learned about Top Gear. And you could also get the Top Gear International magazine here in New Zealand, so I had a couple of those growing up, and I started to fall in love with Jeremy Clarkson and his way of reviewing cars, and I always wanted to do it myself. Hence why I made a car show called Autobahn. Now, in that, I was very, very lucky to get an actual host of a car show here in New Zealand called the AA Talk Show, Roger Walker, to do that for me. So I asked him to do that, and the first video we filmed was his Ferrari 328, and then through the Ferrari Owners Club I was able to film a Ferrari F430, a 550 Barchetta, and a Ferrari F9 and a Ferrari 599 Fiorano. Links to those videos are below. Go check them out. I also got a Holden Captiva for filming and a Audi Q7 and other such things. But I always want to make my own car show. And this is sort of hopefully the beginning of that. It's been grey today, it's been raining, it's sort of spitting now. As we make our way further up the country, we've just gone through Folkestone, which wasn't worth stopping at. Yeah, a lot of New Zealand places aren't worth stopping at, if I've got to be honest. The kind of people that live in Folkestone, probably a little bit backwards, if you're in Folkestone, the internet, well, that's a new thing. Okay, well, we're driving through Martin, which is a small town in the Rangitikei region. It's very quiet, and it's even more quiet on a Sunday. Look, there's one person walking down the road. Martin Book Exchange and Collectibles. There's a countdown. It probably is the only open shop today. A Chinese restaurant is open as well. There's a lovely building at the Martin Post Office. Now that's quite lovely. It's Art Deco. There's Adobe Motel. I wonder if it comes with Photoshop. Van parked on the side of the road, hit that brake pedal because it could be Mr. Plod trying to slow you down. And that is Mr. Plod trying to slow you down with this wonderful speed camera. If you haven't come to Mangaweka before, then you absolutely must stop here because they have an enormous aeroplane which they've turned into a cafe. So the desert road, like I said, is not the safest road around. There's quite a few dangerous parts, which you will see shortly. It gets quite twisty, and there are quite a few accidents along here. There's a Nissan Tida, or the Nissan Tada. I took one of those as a rental car around the South Island in May last year, and did about 2,400 kilometres in it over a week. It's not a remarkable car to drive, but it's okay as a rental car because it's got everything you need except luxury. It's got none of that at all. The only slight downside to driving a Nissan Tiida is that because Nissan Tiidas are usually driven by people who can't drive, people assume you can't drive. Yes, the Nissan Tiida is a car that's usually driven by someone who can't drive. As I found out one morning when I went to the gym, and instead of, I don't know, parking outside the gym, one lady drove through the entrance. There was a lot of glass. So the desert road is getting a little bit more twisty now, as you can see. And this is bridge 7770. Thankfully, they spent a lot of time naming that bridge. You know, they didn't. Imagine how long the discussion in the office was when they decided to name that bridge. What should we call this bridge? I think we'll call it bridge 7770. And one person must have said, should we not call it 7771 or 7772? No, 7770. That's a name that people will remember. So as we make our way up this hill, you can see that this road is damp. It's 5 degrees outside, so it's quite cooled, even though this is the afternoon and it's fine weather. We're just arriving in Turangi, which is known for trout fishing, and this marks the end of the desert road and the entrance to Taupo. This area is a place where many Kiwi families come for their Christmas, because in New Zealand Christmas happens in the summertime. So when I was growing up, we came out here a couple of times, and you'd wake up in a tent, you'd open up the tent and you'd look out onto Lake Taupo. There'd be a barbecue going somewhere, and you'd go and have some sausages and some steak, and then you'd open your presents. So we're just past 5 o'clock, and we're not too far from getting to our destination in Taupo, and as that happens, the sky is putting on its full works for us, having this beautiful orange sunset. The next place we're passing through is Waihatanui, and we're just arriving in Taupo now. So Taupo is famous for a couple of things. There's a lot of steam and thermal activity here. You can do skydiving, you can jump off a bridge here, you can do all sorts of fun stuff.